Hello and welcome to the Intuitive Messenger channel. I am Mitchell, your Intuitive Messenger and your energy forecaster for today, Tuesday, November the 19th, 2013. As always, thanks for watching, subscribing, retweeting, posting, all that good stuff as you feel led, of course. So today is the number 19. That is our sun card. Beginnings, birth, starts, optimistic outlook, just beautiful, beautiful existence, and all things that are kind of going on in and around us. It also boils down to number 1, because 1 plus 9 is 10, which is 1. And that is the Magician. So the Magician, we have everything we need right inside of us. Believing in that, knowing that, believing there's abundance in the world is a big part of that Magician, because number 1, the Fool is 0, started his journey, and then we move into the Magician, kind of realizing the world is his oyster or her oyster, and it's there for him, to explore. Add all the numbers up and you're going to get the number 18, which is our moon card. That was yesterday's date. So we're coming off that full moon from the weekend. But the moon card is often about, our psychic abilities or intuition, and trusting that sometimes we can get caught up staring at the moon and not realize the things that are kind of behind us. In the moon card, sometimes there's a crab kind of sneaking up at you. So we might get a little distracted, hence the lunacy, Luna. We might get a little crazy staring at the moon so much. But it's also the Hermit, which can bring us kind of introspective into the earth a little bit more. So we've got a lot of kind of contrasting things going on today. The Magician started his journey, outgoing Hermit kind of closed off, but the Sun and the Moon kind of the opposing forces. So very, very opposing kind of a day today. Feels good. Message yesterday Spirit kind of gave me as I was driving to work. And I was just thinking about how we humans struggle against so much change and so much that's going on around us. We're not happy at our job, but we don't want to leave. We're not happy in a relationship, but we don't know how to fix it or what to do. And I just think how we avoid allowing things to just naturally happen. And Spirit was giving me an image of like trees, that just fall. They've grown and they're done. And they drop down and they rot away. Or a blossom of a flower, it blooms for a little while and then it falls off. And they gave me an image of like like one blossom kind of coming up and a little, like a rose, and it's a little brown around the edge and not what we would call quite as pretty. And then the next one is just perfect and they're right next to each other. And I can imagine these roses aren't looking at each other going, oh, I want what they have. They're perfect. They're beautiful. Look at, they're even taller than me. It's like there's this arguing where they just exist. They've got a path and they follow it and they allow everything to happen and they realize there's seasons for them. But we humans struggle so hard against just allowing things to happen. I'm one of them. I'm there. And sometimes I feel like the allowing is either me being lazy or me not being aggressive enough. And that's where I have to always check into Spirit. I'm like, show me if I'm just being too passive. Show me where I need to be more aggressive. Finding that balance. And I think I'm on a good path for that balance. So just ask yourself today, where do you need to just allow things to happen? To ask your guides, your angels, Spirit to show you where you need to just allow things to happen. And especially with, comments and gossip and backbiting and just the talking and the posting, all that kind of stuff. Sometimes just allow something to go by. You don't need to comment, like, dislike, rant, rave. And whatever, it just is, so there's that message that Spirit gave to me. I wanted to pass it on to you. So just allow more to happen than you fight against today. And I remember when it was very similar kind of a lesson that I learned in one of my men's devotional book years ago in the Church of the Nazarene was, like you're at a wheel and your boat, if you take your hands off the wheel of the boat, it goes where God wants you to go. But what we do is we steer it the direction we want it to go. And we get so tired holding that wheel. Where if we would just allow it to happen, we wouldn't be quite as tired. So very beautiful imagery from, inside the church years ago to almost the same thing Spirit's telling me now. So let me go ahead and pull a card for today and see what that adds to all of our stuff going on. So card off the top, Queen of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful card. I feel like this is a little bit about you guys and where you're headed today. So our queens are often, they have achieved the element that they're in, the suit, which is cups. They're very emotionally stable. They're very grounded. They've been through a lot emotionally, or at least she has. Their queen has. And I love the fish circling around, so it just shows how she's allowing things to happen in and around her. This is my Celine Dion card because she looks like Celine at one of her concerts. Very French Canadian. So definitely allow things to happen. Be that queen. Find out where you're not in control of your emotions. Where do you go from on a scale of 1 to 10? Where do you go from like a 3 or 4 or 5 of emotion, boom, to an 8, 9, or 10? Jennifer Hornberg always talks about that's the difference between like an mature adult, and a child. When they go from 0 to 10 in 1 second, that's a temper tantrum. So my video froze and I was able to save what you just watched, but I wanted to follow up and just kind of close this video off because it was very abrupt and kind of weird. But anyway, so thank you for watching this, and you can check me out at intuitivemessenger.org. If you haven't got your full spread delivered to you via YouTube or email, I highly encourage you to do that before the end of the year. And what that is basically I pull 1 card per month for the next 12 months. So you're going to get 12 or 13 cards. And each month the card will represent the energy or the feel of that. And you get to watch it throughout the year. So you can kind of come back to that over and over again. So it's my popular spread at the end of years because people are thinking about the new year and resolutions and all that kind of stuff. And it helps you just guide it. So, or if you want a one-on-one session with me for a little bit of guidance or connection to the other side, definitely let me know. I'll be putting a special up in December for my 30-minute sessions because the prices are going to go up in January next year, but I will be honoring that price if you purchase it before the end of the year. Through the end of January, I'll honor that session that you pay for. So thank you so much. Have an amazing day. I just want to do a quick follow-up, and I believe that's about it. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.